So here's our rosemary over here. That's our sage, and that's our thyme. So if Danny, you want to harvest the sage, keep distance. I'll move over here.
No, this is rosemary.
Oh, this is the thyme then.
Yeah.
Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme.
We grew parsley here, dude. I remember
did?
we grew parsley for that song over here.
For the song.
For the song. So we had these 3 already, and it was just like throw in one more, and we got the song.
Well, should have left a thumbnail in there, huh? Missed my nail appointment this week. That was good.
Be good, and we don't have to boil it that long because they're fresh.
Welcome to episode 5 of Oasis of Change Online. I cannot believe we're here, and tonight we're going to have some different circumstances going on with our shooting.
Yeah, we do.
Due to everything going on, we're practicing a little bit more social distance. We're practicing not a little bit more. We're practicing the recommended amount of social distancing throughout this whole episode. It will make it very tough, though, to have guests, and not even guests, people who run programs here at this facility already even be part of this show. So what we're going to see tonight is a little bit more segments. We're not going to have we cook together with someone else anymore, but we are going to be taking a week off though next week, and maybe moving the production outside where we have a lot more space and we can cook with guests again, because we really enjoy that.
Yeah, we're gonna miss our guests for sure. It's definitely frustrating that as a community center and a place where we're trying to bring people together and feel connection, that's not really possible right now to do in the safest ways. So yeah, we're all feeling that. I know you guys are at home too. Just know that we're thinking of you, and we'll be reaching out as much as we can in the future. Okay. Oh yeah, how about the dancing with Devin? Should we go hang
We
out
should.
together?
Let's go dance with Devin.
Great.
Hi, I'm Devin, ecstatic dance guide, yoga teacher, and we're going on a free-form movement journey today. Thanks for being here. So now that you are arriving in this space, just start to feel your feet underneath of you and really settle in and claim this space for yourself. Maybe gentle bend in the knees, allow the shoulders to relax back, and if you wanted to explore dancing while seated, you can also start on the ground, maybe on your knees or grab a chair. Feel comfortable, allow yourself to feel at ease. And just take a moment here to just shake off everything. So shake off all of your expectations on what dance should look like. So shake your head, yes and no. Shake your arms. Shake your hands and your legs and your booty. And shake all of it out. Maybe there's some other stuff that just needs to be shaken out right now. And then after you've shaken all of that off, just come to stillness again. Maybe allowing the weight to shift forward on the toes and then back towards the heels. And a little softening in the shoulders and the belly and the jaw to create new pathways to connect with your own authentic expression. Let's turn inwards. So close down the eyes. And start to observe your inner landscape. And there might be other things here with you, thoughts, judgments, perceptions. And we'll center our focus on our breath. Let's take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Connecting with the breath. Letting everything else go. And as you notice any of those thoughts or judgments and perceptions coming up and arriving into this space with you, maybe just imagining setting those on a back burner. Or imagining each thought going into its own folder, filing it clean, nice. Allowing the rest of the space to just be you, your body, and your breath. And now that you've connected with your body and connected with your breath, flutter open the eyes and come back into your room. And while dancing, sometimes there might be a fear of being too big or taking too much space. And so what I want you to do now is to explore your surroundings. So maybe moving and seeing how far you can go. Maybe turning away. Just seeing and being curious about your body in this space. Allowing yourself to be a little bigger than usual. Maybe be a little awkward. Beautiful. And then something else that can happen while we're in dance is our head can start to remain stagnant and straight. So I like to think of this sometimes as wanting too much control, having my head screwed on right, being stuck here. And so what I'll invite you to do now is, as you're moving across the room, allow your head to go with you. And just notice there might be a sense of surrender. There might be a little bit of fear or hesitation. That's all okay, it's all welcome. Maybe you get your hair in your face. Let it be wild. Invite your wild out to play. This is a space for your own creative expression. So really see if you can just let yourself go. Maybe closing the eyes. And just seeing how weird you can make it. Beautiful. Now keep feeling free to move in this space. Maybe imagining your limbs painting like a canvas in the room. Stay with your breath. Allow that to move your energy and propel you forward. If you're getting tired, take an inhale. Exhale, relax a little more. And let the head and neck go. Beautiful. Now feel free to get a little wild here. Maybe jumping, being free. And you can even get on the floor. Let's come hands to heart center. Finding a moment of stillness and gratitude. Thanks for showing up and bringing all of you. Namaste.
Wow, guys, I thought Devin's movement was really beautiful, and I love how she used the whole space. That was so cool.
And so let me introduce our guests for this evening. So tonight we have with us
Dr. Dana Lockhart.
And we're sitting very far away. Why?
Well, we are practicing social distancing.
And we're still trying to do this.
Yes.
So we're gonna.
It's really hard.
We're being challenged.
High five.
Yeah.
So Dana has become a really good friend of mine, and she's also one of the naturopathic doctors that practices here at Oasis of Change. So we've been exposed to each other before, so don't worry about that. What are you going to do with us tonight?
So, we are going to make a tea tonight. A lovely tea of various herbs and some roots that help support general immunity.
So Dana, since we can't really see patients here on site and in person, how can patients access you currently?
Yeah.
So I'm doing virtual visits. It's called telemedicine. So basically it's an office visit over Facebook or Skype. And that is pretty accessible to most people. I take insurance, some insurance. I also take cash.
And what do you do on those visits?
So those visits, unfortunately, I can't throw acupuncture needles through the screen. So it makes my heart a little sad that I can't perform acupuncture right now because it's one of my favorite things to do in the world. But I specifically focus on those who suffer from anxiety or PTSD, insomnia, chronic stress. So if that sounds a little familiar, you can make an appointment with me, or I could refer you to one of my colleagues. I know a lot of people around town, so if I can't see you, someone else I know will and can.
Great. So let's go make some tea then with you. We'll talk some more.
Some tea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome.
Hello, I am Dr. Dana Lockhart. I am a naturopathic physician and acupuncturist. So today I am going to be demonstrating a lovely tea. It contains turmeric, this lovely little orange root right here, and some ginger. And then we have some sage, thyme, and a little bit of rosemary. The sage, thyme, and rosemary were picked out of the garden, just right out back there. So garden to teapot, really.
So when you open back up, anyone can come and harvest fresh herbs right out of the farm.
When we open back up?
Yeah, eventually, after
Okay.
all of this, if people can come and harvest their own herbs to make their own great teas with you, I'm guessing.
Yeah. So why I chose these herbs is because they are antimicrobial, meaning anti-bugs like bacteria, viruses, things of that nature, and anti-inflammatory properties. So during this time of COVID, when we were all social distancing ourselves and, for the better part, trying to stay healthy and protect our loved ones and trying to make sure that they're healthy as well, it can be important to incorporate immune supportive herbs into your daily life. However, this is by no means a cure for COVID or a magic prevention for contracting the illness. So I just want to preface that. You should definitely speak with your healthcare provider about your individual needs. So generally these herbs are typically used during the cold and flu season anyway, regardless if there's a COVID infection. This is personally what I turn to when I'm wanting to give my body some support. So I use thin slices because all the compounds and molecules that are beneficial for us can just come out a little bit easier. So over here, I already have a bit of ginger and turmeric already boiling. So that one's, actually it's probably ready to go right now because this is dried herb and it's really thin. I don't want to degrade the medicinal properties of it. So I'm gonna just let it steep in this pot.
How long is that boiling for?
So this was boiling for about 20 minutes. And you can do it longer if you want to. So settling down nicely. So I'm just gonna throw this in here. So now it's kind of just like a cup of tea without a tea bag. So I am going to cover this back up so that we don't lose all of the aromatic molecules, the beneficial molecules that are in these herbs. So let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes and then it'll be cool enough to drink, and I would probably sip on this all day. So this particular teapot has a built-in filter in the spout, so we don't have to put anything in a bag. There are different ways to make teas. Some teapots have a little insert on the inside where you don't need an actual paper filter. You can just throw the herbs in whole and pour it out, or you could fill a tea bag and do it that way. Yeah, you can really taste the turmeric, and the ginger is pretty strong too. They do complement one another very well. So, thank you for having tea with me.
This is really good tea. And you should make some more with that ginger. That's really nice.
I'm gonna have some.
Yeah, and we're gonna make more of this. This is really good.
Yeah, we'll make more. It's so smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like healthier just drinking it. It's really good tea, everybody. And you should
It's
definitely
so
make
yummy,
this. But if you don't like turmeric or ginger, any of the ingredients, just swap them out with anything really. And have some great tea.
Anything.
And that's just like a whole nother tea.
Is that so hard?
I
Go get
think
some grass.
I think Dove just likes tea.
I do like tea. So we're gonna be headed off to dinner next.
Mm-hmm.
Normally we were gonna have a guest for dinner, but we can't tonight because of all the aforementioned issue going on, and everyone probably knows that, so I'm not gonna mention it again tonight. I'm gonna try not to.
Well, no, just because we're being mindful of social distancing and
Okay.
being appropriate about all that, like we've said.
So we're not
It'll
gonna
just
have
be Dove and I tonight.
So tonight we are going to be making a chili mac and cheese using the plant-based cheeses that we made the previous 2 nights.
Right.
It's a great way to reuse ingredients. So let's go ahead and get making some food because I'm starving.
Yeah, let's head on over.
So now what we're doing tonight, the goal was to keep it simple and very seasonal. So the only non-seasonal items tonight are going to be our potatoes and our peppers. Everything else is a seasonal product locally here in Oregon. So we have radish and their greens, mustards, carrots, some of the turnips, the mushrooms as usual from this show. You haven't been here before. You'll probably go back to the prior episodes of oyster mushrooms. We got some maitake and celery. We got some beans over here. So the beans, what do we do with those beans?
Yeah, so these were pre-soaked, and then also you put them in the one Instapot, right?
Yeah, I
Okay.
cooked them for I think it was 20 minutes in the Instapot.
Okay.
So tonight we're also gonna show everyone how to make everything in the Instapot. So it's a little bit
nice.
quicker than doing on the stove with the chili.
Okay, cool. And then what are the other ingredients here? Just some tomato sauce?
Yeah, tomato sauce over here that we
Okay.
used last night as well.
Some seasoning, the garlic and onion powder.
Yeah, and then the other main seasoning is the chili powder tonight that's over here.
Okay. And these mushrooms, it looks like we already got started shredding some.
Yep, we did.
And so we'll continue.
We'll continue shredding some as well. This is like a really fun meal. It's gonna have it's gonna be cheesy, it's gonna be chili and noodles.
Yeah.
Everyone should love it. And then you can take it as healthy as we want with just adding the greens and the mushrooms. So let's get started. So let's start tearing up the mushrooms.
Okay, I'm gonna add to
The
this
noodles
pile.
are boiling. I'm gonna start chopping up then this potatoes and everything like that to put in the
Yeah.
Instapot.
Yeah. And how long is the Instapot gonna go for?
Only 4 to 5 minutes.
Oh, very short.
Very short.
Okay. It cooks that rapidly, huh?
Yeah, that's the nice thing about the Instapot is it makes everything go a little bit faster, which is really nice. So I'm gonna start building the chili right now in this pot as we speak.
And so if we weren't using the Instapot, how long would this take on the stove instead?
I don't know, it could take a couple hours.
Oh, yeah.
Some people cook their chilies all day.
Yeah, this is true.
So all I'm gonna do is start building the chili. So I put the beans in there, and now I'm adding the tomato paste, or the tomato sauce from the previous night that we used for the empanadas, the sauce, the dip. And I was throwing the rough cut potatoes. I'm not really caring how I'm chopping things because they're gonna be soft anyway. And so I don't have to really be precise. And the Instapot typically cooks everything through.
So am I gonna finish all of these mushrooms?
I would say that's enough maybe you have now.
Oh, you think it's close? Okay.
Yeah. We have a lot of mushrooms. Only yeah. We don't need that many.
Okay. So the more you soak the beans, the less you fart.
Yeah, so if
Yeah.
you want people to like beans when you cook them and not leave your meals like gassy messes, you should soak your beans before, or else all of your guests, as I did a cook for a retreat, and I didn't soak my beans, and all the guests were having a really fun night, and they all
are you
told me
serious?
about it the whole next morning.
And it was like everyone was experiencing
Everyone,
the
it was
same
like a
thing.
50th birthday party.
Oh my gosh. All right, so soak your beans.
And then
Well,
you go.
see, but a lot of people get them out of the can. So what's that? You know? What's
Those,
the difference there?
I would say just wash them off of that liquid, and
Uh huh.
I don't really know. That's why I buy them dried, so I don't really have to know. And
Right, and a lot of times there's a lot of.
yeah, and
salt.
people add seaweed to it as well, like kombu. That also helps break down and make them a little bit less gassy.
Okay. All right, so should I put these mushrooms?
Yeah, start sautéing those.
So heating up the pan, and then I'm gonna throw those mushrooms in. We got some onion going.
Yep,
I'm gonna move this.
perfect.
So what all is in here, Joe?
So
Carrot.
in here is carrots, the onions that I'm peeling right now, the beans.
Celery, potato.
Yes. And I'm gonna add water to here and a lot of chili powder.
And the pasta, it is 8:30 right now. Should we try the pasta?
You probably should. I'll let you do that.
Okay.
You let me know. Salt in here,
Yeah.
chili powder, a lot of chili powder. You can always add more though. Some garlic powder and onion powder. Cool. And then you take it to the Instapot and I'm gonna press it on the pressure cook and let it go for 5 minutes.
How did you learn like the timing? Did you just experiment with it?
Yeah, and so basically with the timing for like vegetables, like potatoes and carrots and things like that, you don't want to cook them for too long in the Instant Pot because they'll fall apart. So what you got to do, that's why I cook the beans beforehand,
Okay.
so that the beans take a while to cook, but the veg don't.
Yeah.
And like the Instant Pot can make a big mess of everything and just make it like a giant mash of stuff, which is edible, just not always so appealing.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so that's why I just do it for 5 minutes and I do it on low pressure. I should do it on low pressure too.
And everything will stay intact.
Yeah, and it wasn't on low pressure just now.
So we
good
did you
thing
fix
we
it?
talked about
Nice.
it. Let's get these greens chopped up now. If you want to do some greens.
Yeah.
You don't need all of these, but a lot of greens. It's really amazing. I used to throw all these greens away on vegetables and think they're such a waste. And now it's like, yeah, I just use every single inch of these vegetables now, which is just crazy. And it's so much food if you think about it. If I were to throw out those greens, I'm throwing away like half of the amount of volume
It's
of
a
the
lot of
produce.
volume, yeah, definitely.
And you can eat the stems of them too, which is crazy.
There's actually a lot of fiber, a lot of
The
like
stems are
bulk
really
in
good
the
tasting.
stems, yeah.
Wow, I'm impressed actually. Okay, cool. The noodles look great. So the next thing is, we'll put this pan over here. Put the noodles in the bottom of the pan. Turn our oven on to broil.
This is plenty of greens, right, Joe?
Oh yeah, easily.
And so, why is the pasta in the pan here?
So what we can do is we're gonna put some greens on top of it.
Okay.
And then we're gonna put the mushrooms and the greens, and then we're gonna put the chili on that, and put the cheese on that, and put it in the oven for a moment.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So should I put the greens on now?
No, I would say we
You wanna-
put them in here so it's not
Okay,
tangled.
cook them first.
This just goes a little bit faster, that's all.
Okay.
I want speed tonight.
Yeah, let's do it.
What we should do is actually pour some of this cheese on the noodles and get these going in the oven first. Next thing that we're gonna do is let's check on those mushrooms.
Okay.
Then we can throw the greens in, and the chili is going. Cool. The mushrooms are looking great. Oh, they're really nice and crispy.
Let them go for a little longer.
Yeah.
Okay. They're getting crispy, huh?
Okay, do you want to grab the other cheese out of the fridge?
Yeah, what?
And John, you can go in the fridge now.
Oh.
Please, show everyone how beautiful this is. From the week before, it was embarrassing.
Ooh. I was on my hands and knees down here. We took everything out, hand washed. It was beautiful. Okay, so what am I looking for? I'm looking for cheese.
Yeah, the cheese. It's the orange stuff.
This one?
Yes.
Word. Thanks, John.
Now we have more cheese, but John likes his mac really cheesy.
Yeah, we gotta.
You gotta make
John.
John happy over
I will
here.
make John happy. All right.
Alright, so let's save that for the greens now and for putting that on later.
Okay.
And then this can go on too on the whole thing as well.
Okay. Cool. All right, we're done cutting and everything.
Yeah, this was an easy night
We're
tonight.
chopping.
We don't have as many friends cooking with you. You gotta pick a simpler recipe.
True that. We miss our friends though.
And we gotta figure it out. That's why we're gonna hopefully set up the outdoor kitchen and actually be able to do this outside and give everyone the space that they need to
That
feel
they need.
comfortable.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take out the noodles now. I just had them broiling for a moment. Get them nice and hot with the cheese. Look how beautiful they look now. Let that sit over here now.
Okay.
And the next thing we'll add is these the greens on top of that.
Yeah.
Then the chili, or the chili then that, and we'll go from there. So I put the greens and the stems in here. So Sarah, if you want to, you can chew through this, if it's edible for you. If that's edible, then it's good.
Hot. No, it's not edible.
Not edible yet. Okay, so just let it go a little bit longer. And that's how you know if the greens are ready, if they're edible. This tea is really good.
I know. Yeah.
I'm really into it. I'm gonna pee yellow even more than normal.
Hold it up.
No, it's not one. But
Okay.
great. Let's layer the greens now
Yeah.
onto there.
I think this is hot.
Yeah, that is hot.
Okay.
Don't do what I do and burn yourself.
And are we putting more cheese on top of this?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna add the rest. I'm putting some more of this cheese on now, not the other cheese. And put that back in the oven, let that melt down. And then the last step is to pour some of this beautiful chili over that. This beautiful chili over here. Look how beautiful this looks. And so basically you load it up with as much chili as you want.
Is this going back in the oven
Just
then?
for like 2 seconds. Just
Okay.
to put a little bit more cheese on it if you want to, because you have a little bit left in here. So if I just finish this up, drizzle it on top.
Yep.
And then let that cook all together for like 1 second or so. And then we have a beautiful chili mac and cheese. A lot of greens.
A lot of chili left in here.
Yeah, you can do that. You know, you probably see this on other episodes.
Oh, okay.
Or it
We'll work
also
with
goes
it, yeah.
really well in the freezer. So if you do see it in other episodes, I didn't leave it in the fridge for that long. It was in the freezer.
Okay. So we'll keep it nicely.
In the freezer, not the
In
fridge.
the freezer.
Because we're taking a week off.
Mm-hmm.
And you shouldn't leave this in the fridge for more than like a week and a half.
Yeah, I wouldn't stay.
I'm working
No.
on that. It's all ready to eat. And it looks great. Yeah, that looks beautiful. I'm gonna start
Wow.
plating for everybody.
Wow. And there should be some spoons right over here. Wow. Did you just taste that? Wow, that's... Wow. All right, hold on.
She got faster.
You like it?
Yeah. Drop of
it?
salt. I'll say a drop of salt on it, I
Okay.
think. We taste it first though. Go ahead, more salt to it. Drop of salt. Too hot? It's actually pretty good. I'm gonna just salt out. If people come decide they want to add salt. I think we're good. That's really good actually.
Okay. I could taste it a little bit, and it tasted good.
Yeah.
But it was definitely very, very hot.
If people want salt,
I'm
they
gonna
can
let
add
mine
salt.
sit.
Because a lot of people don't like so much salt.
Dove, tell us a little bit about Casey.
Oh, Casey is one of the amazing members here and also instructors. He leads a really cool program that we used to have and we'll be having again on Thursday nights called Hip Hop Shop, where you basically learn to freestyle and dance.
Cool.
And you don't have to freestyle if you don't want to. I haven't worked the confidence up yet to do
Not
that.
yet.
Not yet, but I will soon.
Getting there.
I'm getting there. But it's been running at a Wasted to Change now for probably 4 months, maybe even longer. It's could be one of the longest running programs that we've had. And so we
Nice.
couldn't have it here tonight, so Casey agreed to come and perform.
Yeah.
What up, everyone? here in the basement of Oasis of Change. My name's Rhyme Wave. I got some music that I want you guys to hear. Felt like it was really important that I delivered some music to the people right now in these times, and might not be able to get anything out for a while. So here's a new song that I've been working on. It's called The Wheel. Hope you guys enjoy it. You don't need to sell your soul to live your dreams. This karma is as real as it seems. You don't need to dig a hole to plant a seed. You can reinvent the wheel if you believe. You don't need to sell your soul to live your dreams. This karma is as real as it seems. You don't need to dig a hole to plant a seed. You can reinvent the wheel if you believe. Might sound cheesy, but I'll show you what I mean. Some greener grass is growing on an island in the sea. Fresh graffiti crop circles on the beach. A phoenix taking flight and shining brighter than the beast. Now draw the outline of peace. Crumble sandcastles as we channel in the streams. I got a reason and a rhyme. I'm setting grievances aside and being greeted by the undivided credence of the tribe. See, I've defeated what's been blinding me, not truly seeing decently. That's enough to thrive here as a human being. I'm connected with the heart center. Partition art in ways that aren't measured. Now harvest every last piece of it, even if you feel there isn't meaning in the reasoning. And even if you lack the seasoning, gotta find the flavor in the natural to be this thing. You don't need to sell your soul to live your dreams. This karma is as real as it seems. You don't need to dig a hole to plant a seed. You can reinvent the wheel if you believe. You don't need to sell your soul to live your dreams. This karma is as real as it seems. You don't need to dig a hole to plant a seed. You can reinvent the wheel if you believe. So be yourself with authenticity. This is the prescription for efficiency. The missing pieces flowing through the body's electricity, conditioned to forget, so now remember we're infinite beings. Connected through the innovation, collectively evolve with every incarnation. See, we can solve our greatest problems just by watching how our attitudes affect the ones around us. Blooming flowers with a prowess, rain showers down until it overflows the fountains. Stay grounded when the crown fits, still to potential to seize what you've doubted. It's better if you breathe. Percentages can be a bit intimidating, but it's still essential to believe. A credible release from the pedestal beneath, effortless and free, anything I can achieve. You don't need to sell your soul to live your dreams. This karma is as real as it seems. You don't need to dig a hole to plant a seed. You can reinvent the wheel if you believe. You don't need to sell your soul to live your dreams. This karma is as real as it seems. You don't need to dig a hole to plant a seed. You can reinvent the wheel if you believe. Shine in any weather, trying to find the rhetoric to better fit endeavors. Here's permission to embrace the little pleasures. Here's a hint that's gonna lead you to the treasure. And don't forget, we're in this together. Putting in the effort, cause collectively we're better. Eventually we'll sever from cement that had us tethered. We're the trendsetters, operating best when under pressure. Stress is now compressing into diamonds, centering the mind to work against what divides us. Now open up the eyelids, holding up the brightest with a golden drum of kindness. We're soldiers and we're titans. The boldness is inside of us. We're motivated and we know we'll make it till it's righteous. The ocean that we float in is the finest of reminders. Know it cause I told you so. Live it as I rhyme it. You don't need to sell your soul to live your dreams. This karma is as real as it seems. You don't need to dig a hole to plant a seed. You can reinvent the wheel if you believe. You don't need to sell your soul to live your dreams. This karma is as real as it seems. You don't need to dig a hole to plant a seed. You can reinvent the wheel if you believe. 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 Thank you all. Hopefully that song brings you some hope and inspiration in these times. Just remember, we're in this together. We're gonna get through this.
Yeah, so signing off for a week now with you guys. Hopefully we'll be getting set up outside in the yard and do some outdoor cooking with you all, and have guests again.
Yeah.
Is there anything else
Yeah.
we want to leave everyone with?
No, just have fun over this next week the best way you can.
Yeah.
If you think of any good ideas for episodes, we're all ears. Let us know.
Oh yeah, give us any feedback, any recipes or like ideas for food projects that we might want to try out. Take good care of yourselves and each other.
That's about it. Have a great night.